Have you ever wondered just how challenging it can be to truly understand another person? Every day, we encounter people who are smiling, friendly, and seem almost flawless. But how genuine are these masks really? In a world where outward appearances take center stage, many people assume different roles to hide their true selves. However, I have some good news for you. You don't need to be a professional psychologist to figure out who is sincere and who might be putting on an act. As we peel back the layers of everyday interactions, we're guided by the ancient wisdom of Stoicism, which teaches us to look beyond superficial appearances to discern the true nature of those we meet. Remember, if what we're exploring today resonates with you, consider showing your support by hitting that subscribe button. It's a simple way to stay connected and ensure you don't miss out on the deep dives we take together. And please stay tuned throughout the entire video. Each part has been crafted to enrich your understanding and empower your journey through life's complex social maze. Actions over words. In this age of constant interaction, both online and offline, it's easy to become overwhelmed by the sheer volume of words we encounter each day. However, as the Stoics remind us, it's not the words but the actions that truly speak to a person's character. This philosophy rings especially true in our modern era, where words are plentiful but genuine actions are rare. It's important to develop the ability to distinguish between mere talk and meaningful behavior. Consider the everyday encounters we have, where people promise the world with their words. It's easy to say the right things, make promises, or offer compliments. Social media is rife with declarations of solidarity and support, yet often, these are not matched by actions. Stoicism teaches us to observe quietly and judge based on actions, not promises. Marcus Aurelius advised that we should waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be, and instead be one. In the context of our discussion, this means looking for those rare individuals who act in alignment with their words. Actions are unfiltered representations of one's priorities and values. For instance, in professional settings, a colleague might speak about the importance of teamwork, but it's their willingness to assist others and share credit that truly defines their commitment. In personal relationships, someone might profess love and care, but it's their presence during difficult times that truly counts. These actions provide a clearer, more honest reflection of character than any words could. Another Stoic principle that applies here is the idea of living according to nature, which involves authenticity and integrity. Observing how individuals handle responsibilities and commitments can reveal much about their true nature. Do they follow through on commitments, no matter how small? Are they the same person in public as they are in private? The consistency of their actions across different settings tells us about their integrity. Moreover, the Stoics believed in the concept of sympathia, the mutual interdependence of all things in the universe. This leads to the idea that our actions impact others and, consequently, should be guided by a sense of responsibility and community. When observing actions over words, consider how a person's actions affect those around them. Do they act with consideration and empathy, or are they self-serving? This isn't just about judging character for personal benefit, but understanding how someone contributes to the greater good. While words can be crafted and manipulated, actions are a truer metric of character. They are the tangible manifestations of a person's principles and beliefs. As you navigate through your interactions, challenge yourself to look beyond what people say to what they actually do. This approach not only offers a more realistic view of those around you, but also aligns with the Stoic pursuit of truth and virtue. By focusing on actions over words, you equip yourself with the tools to forge deeper, more meaningful relationships based on trust and genuine understanding. Responsiveness to feedback and criticism. Feedback, a word that often brings about a knee-jerk reaction. Most people tense up at the mere mention of it, anticipating criticism rather than constructive guidance. Yet, as the Stoics would argue, every piece of feedback, whether positive or negative, is a golden opportunity for personal growth. They viewed external events, feedback included, as chances to exercise virtue and improve one's character. Seneca, one of the most famous Stoic thinkers, once said, "Associate with people who are likely to improve you." When we shift our perspective to see feedback not as a personal attack, but as a valuable insight into our actions and choices, we begin to appreciate its worth. In this spirit, let's explore how one's response to criticism can significantly illuminate their character, and how, by applying Stoic principles, we can cultivate a healthier attitude toward receiving feedback. Imagine a colleague or a friend reacting to a suggestion or critique. Some might immediately get defensive, a natural impulse driven by the ego's protection mechanism. Others, however, might pause, reflect, and consider the validity of the point raised. This latter response is what Stoicism teaches us, the practice of self-control and objectivity. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, emphasizes the importance of separating one's emotions from external events to judge situations objectively. He advocates for a composed demeanor, which allows one to extract wisdom from every situation, including potentially harsh criticism. Now consider how someone processes and acts upon feedback. Do they dismiss it out of hand, or do they take the time to analyze and integrate the useful parts into their behavior? This process is closely aligned with the Stoic idea of using reason to navigate life's challenges. Stoics believe that rational analysis and disciplined action lead to personal excellence. Therefore, observing how a person handles criticism can offer profound insights into their capacity for rational thought and their commitment to personal growth. Furthermore, the Stoic practice of reflection, particularly through daily journaling, can be a powerful tool for anyone looking to improve their responsiveness to feedback. By writing down and reflecting on the day's events and the feedback received, individuals can gain clearer insights into their behaviors and the perceptions of others. This practice not only helps in processing feedback more constructively, but also fosters a mindset that is open to learning and growth. Stoicism also teaches us about the impermanence of external approval. Epictetus, another Stoic philosopher, argued that seeking validation from others is a path to disappointment. He suggested that true self-esteem should come from within, from knowing that one is living according to their values and virtues. This perspective is incredibly useful when dealing with feedback. If we rely on external approval for our self-worth, criticism can be devastating. However, if we base our self-esteem on our efforts to live virtuously, then feedback becomes just another tool to help us improve on that path. Embracing feedback with a Stoic mindset involves seeing it as a neutral tool for self-improvement rather than a threat. It requires developing the virtues of courage to face uncomfortable truths, temperance to control our initial emotional reactions, and wisdom to discern what part of the feedback is useful and what is not. By fostering these virtues, we not only become better at handling criticism, but also at using it as a stepping stone for personal and professional growth. So next time you receive feedback, take a moment to pause and reflect. Consider the Stoic approach. Use reason to analyze the feedback. Detach from emotional impulses that might cloud your judgment, and remember that true growth comes from within. This perspective will not only change how you respond to feedback, but also how you perceive every challenge in life as an opportunity to enhance your character. Handling failures and promises. Life's not just about how we celebrate our victories, but importantly, how we handle our falls and our commitments. This reality check often separating the theoretical hero from the practical, everyday warrior Stoicism, a philosophy honed through the practice of embracing not just life's rewards but also its challenges, offers profound wisdom on this very topic. The Stoic view on failure and promises revolves around the virtues of resilience and integrity, qualities that reveal much about a person's true character. Think about the last time you faced a setback or observed someone dealing with failure. What was their reaction? Some might see failure as a catastrophic endpoint, reacting with frustration or despair. Yet the Stoic approach teaches us to view each failure as a crucial learning moment, a stepping stone toward wisdom. Marcus Aurelius wrote extensively about using obstacles as opportunities to practice virtues. He suggested that every setback tests our ability to remain virtuous under pressure, and thus serves as a critical part of our character development. Handling promises is equally telling. In a world rife with commitments, how someone deals with their promises can tell you a lot about their reliability and integrity. Promises are not just social niceties but solemn vows that measure a person's worth. In Stoicism, a promise kept is a testament to one's character, showing respect not only to the recipient of the promise but also to oneself. Fulfilling promises reinforces one's self-respect and credibility. Furthermore, the Stoic principle of living in accordance with nature involves recognizing and adhering to one's roles and responsibilities, which includes keeping promises. Epictetus, another towering figure in Stoicism, argued that personal agency and freedom come from responding appropriately to external circumstances. This includes handling our failures gracefully and keeping our word despite challenges. Delving deeper, consider the practice of reflecting on one's day, a common Stoic exercise. This reflection isn't just about what went right. It's equally about understanding and acknowledging what didn't. By reflecting on failures and broken promises, one can begin to understand their causes and strategize how to avoid future repeats. This level of introspection allows individuals to maintain their moral compass and align their actions with their values more consistently. Moreover, the Stoic concept of control teaches us to focus our efforts on areas within our reach and to accept those things we cannot change. This wisdom can be directly applied to handling failures and promises. It instructs us to strive with all our might where we can make a difference, keeping our promises and learning from our failures, while maintaining composure and peace of mind when faced with uncontrollable outcomes. Observing how someone deals with failures and promises offers a window into their soul. It tells us about their resilience, integrity, and moral fortitude. By adopting a Stoic mindset, we learn not just to survive the ups and downs of life but to thrive through them, using each as an opportunity to fortify our character. So next time you find yourself in a bind or facing a broken promise, remember the Stoic way. Embrace the challenge, reflect on your principles, and always strive to emerge wiser and stronger. Subtle behavioral cues. Sometimes it's the smallest gestures that tell us the most about a person. It could be the way someone handles their coffee cup, the manner in which they greet a stranger, or even how they walk into a room. Stoicism, a philosophy deeply rooted in observing and understanding the essence of things beyond their appearances, teaches us the value of noticing these subtle cues. These seemingly insignificant actions can provide profound insights into a person's character and inner life. Stoics like Marcus Aurelius believed in observing not just the actions of others, but also reflecting on one's own behaviors to gain deeper self-knowledge and live a more virtuous life. This practice of attentive observation helps us understand how minor behavioral cues reflect major truths about someone's personality. For instance, consider punctuality. Someone who consistently shows up on time demonstrates respect for others' time and commitments, suggesting a deep-seated value for discipline and respect, qualities highly prized in Stoic philosophy. Further, think about the way someone handles interruptions during a conversation. Do they show irritation, or do they remain poised and give space to others? Stoicism teaches us to maintain our equanimity and treat others with respect, regardless of the situation. Observing this in action can be quite telling. A person who can maintain their composure and tactfully manage interruptions likely has well-practiced patience and a considerate nature, indicative of a well-cultivated character. Body language is another subtle yet powerful behavioral cue. The Stoics weren't into the study of body language as we know it today, but they valued the alignment of one's external expressions with internal virtues. A person whose posture is open and whose gestures are relaxed during interactions may naturally communicate sincerity and openness. On the other hand, crossed arms, averted eyes, or fidgeting might suggest discomfort or a lack of authenticity, possibly hinting at deeper insecurities or dishonesty. Listening habits offer additional clues. A good listener not only waits for their turn to speak, but actively engages with what is being said. This active engagement is a form of respect, and shows a genuine interest in others, aligning well with the Stoic value of justice, which includes treating others fairly and with dignity. Moreover, the consistency of behavior in different contexts can reveal the true stability of a person's character. Stoicism holds that a virtuous life is consistent across all circumstances. Observing someone in various settings, how they act in a relaxed setting with friends versus a formal business meeting, for example, can reveal if they truly live by the principles they espouse. In the spirit of Stoicism, let us use these observations not to judge too quickly but to understand more deeply. The subtleties of behavior, when observed thoughtfully, can teach us a lot about others and ourselves. By paying attention to these cues and reflecting on them, we engage in a form of philosophical practice that enriches our relationships and deepens our understanding of human nature. So next time you're interacting with someone, take a moment to notice these small details. They might just reveal more than you expect. Thank you for being a part of Stoic Journal and for joining us on this journey into the subtle depths of character and virtue. As we part, remember that the smallest details often tell the grandest stories about who we truly are. If you're curious to explore more about the practical wisdom of Stoicism, check out the suggested video on the screen. It's designed to further enrich your understanding and practice of this profound philosophical path. Your engagement and curiosity make this community a richer place. Until next time, keep observing, reflecting, and growing.